Hello, Taurus, Sun and Rising. Thank you for tuning in. I trust that there is a message for you here if you are tuning into this video. If you found this video, there is a message here for you if you are a Taurus Sun or Rising. Maybe it's meant to be shared with a Taurus Sun or Rising that you know if you found this video and you are not one. The purpose of this message for your next 6 months, so the rest of 2025, Taurus, is to really support you, mind, body, spirit, especially your mind and your spirit, and to support you with aligning with your highest timeline in this physical, material experience. And I am allowing myself to be a vessel for this message to be channeled, okay, and shared, delivered to you, so that you may experience optimal guidance, optimal direction, optimal clarity of your vision, of your essence, and ultimately making the next steps to align with your highest timeline in this physical 3D reality. So I will be divining, reading today. I already scried here your messages that I channeled, okay? As a psychic and as a clairaudient and clairvoyant being, that is what I like to begin with, especially when it comes to providing these insights for the zodiac archetypes, okay? So with that being said, thank you to the archetype of Taurus for allowing me to tune in to and receive, really, and channel this message to the earth beings that are Taurus, Sun and Rising, so that they may optimize aligning with their highest timeline, which is ultimately benefiting all when you are in alignment with that. That was a long introduction. I hope you listened, because it's very important to me that I am sharing my process a bit with you here, okay? As this is quite, you could say, vulnerable, sensitive information to tune into for yourself, okay? So Taurus, we will start here with what I channeled for you and written down, scribed here for you, and then we will move into the reading for your next 6 months with the tarot and oracle cards to affirm this opportunity for your next 6 months, or the theme for your next 6 months for the rest of 2025, okay? So Taurus, when I was pressing the record button, I heard star quality. I heard the phrase star quality. And my dear, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, or the multiple things. I'm getting emotional. My eyes are kind of welling up, and I could cry right now. But it's excitement. It's this joy and so much excitement. And I don't know what it is or what the multiple things are, Taurus, that you are passionately pursuing, or that you feel so guided to pursue. You feel so inclined to pursue them so passionately. And it is in regards to your creativity, okay? And creativity doesn't just mean, doesn't have to just mean artist, you know, being an artist. Or honestly, I can even just say, like, being an artist does not just equal or mean, you know, painting or being a sculptor or a singer or something like that. You know, it's more than what meets the eye. It's more than what is, you could say, for entertainment. Being an artist, truly, in my belief and opinion, in terms of artistry, is that we are artists when we allow ourselves to express the ways in which life that is ever occurring around us and within us, the way in which that inspires us, okay? The way in which we perceive that and want to feel called, feel inclined for that to come through in the form of something in the material and then shared with the collective, with humanity. And it seems that you are arriving at just saying, I'm gonna go for it. Star quality artistry, star quality artistry, star quality creative expression. And also the fact that you are a star and you deserve, and the collective deserves actually, to see you. Because as I said in the beginning, that when you are aligning with this highest timeline of yours, it is for, you better believe it, when you're aligning with your highest timeline, with the essence of your being, it is for the greater good of all. It is benefiting all. You don't know who and how you touch, okay, with just being and honoring, expressing the essence of who you are and what and how you are inspired by life. You don't know who you're touching. You don't know who you're blessing. Okay? So, just being you, honoring the fullness of expressing your being is going to benefit so many. Okay? And so, Taurus, with that being said, I will read this to you, what I channeled already. The first thing was, I heard, take action toward your dreams, dream life, and desires. Take action. That action that you're considering taking, as I said, it's like you're just about to go for it. You are being encouraged to do so for the next 6 months, especially. You might hear these kitties, Neil and Oscar, in the background, or see them, just so you know. I am cat sitting, and they are quite talkative sometimes. So, it's time to restructure your belief system, Taurus. Around your body is what I was hearing, like your physical body and being, what you believe about it, how you value it, and to reclaim a routine physical practice that is rooted in self-love. So this could even just, it doesn't necessarily mean exercise even. It doesn't necessarily mean movement so much. That's beautiful, that's great, but it doesn't so much mean that. I was seeing actually, you know, in my mind's eye, like this being that is like embracing their body, like kind of touching, you know, their body and all of the curves, you know, and from head to toe, and embracing all parts, you know, really acknowledging this temple that your body is and the power that it has, which I think is very Taurus energy, actually. Very, very Taurus. Second house. It's all about your body. Actually, it's about the body. And your connection to it, the beauty of it, the power within it, okay? And there's something about you doing this with your body that is building your confidence, is what I was hearing. Building your, I'm hearing it now, as like you doing this is going to support you in owning your desires, your material desires, okay? So may this be rooted in self-love. And I was hearing that this might include affirmations, maybe while you are, you could say, yeah, caressing, okay, your body, your temple, acknowledging and honoring it in its physicality, and expressing affirmations as you do that, okay? Now, I was hearing a channeled song for you, Taurus, and it is Daydream by Tori Kelly. I was specifically hearing the part where she says, don't quit your daydream. How does it go? It's hard to say it sometimes. Sometimes I have to sing it. Don't quit your daydream. Don't forget to be who you wanna be. It's only up to you. Sometimes you may fall. Let them think that you're small. It's all worth the fall when you land where you want to. Yes, that is it, okay? Yeah, and then after that, I was hearing, ask yourself, why have you been putting this off? Like, if you are thinking so much, you're maybe even dreaming. I'm hearing some of you may be even dreaming about this. Like in your sleep, you're dreaming, and it's this that you're dreaming about. Then you need to ask yourself, why have I been putting this off? What is it? Identify the root of that so that you can use it for inspiration, use it and transmute it into inspiration for creation, because you cannot push that out, push that away, that shame or that judgment or that fear, whatever it might be, that is the reason you have put this off. You must acknowledge it, you must embrace it and accept it, and don't shame it. Don't shame yourself, because it is powerful to be able to have this awareness of the roots, okay, the origins of your doubt, of your fears. Because that is, like I said, in itself, golden inspiration for the most powerful and authentic creations, pieces of art. Okay? So Taurus, the next thing that I channeled here for you is to loosen your grip and leap. And I heard leap of fate, not faith, leap of fate. Like this is fate. Take the leap. I was even hearing that it will be taken for you or something like that. Yes, because I wrote here next. You are only going to keep arriving back at this very point now, or that you're at now, if you continue to put this off. And that's exactly why, going back to what I said prior, it's important that before you rush and leap and move forward, that you actually don't skip the step of acknowledging why you have been putting this off. Acknowledge the shame, acknowledge the fear, acknowledge the judgment, acknowledge who told you that you should be afraid of that, who judged you for having that dream, that desire. Acknowledge the origin and create from there. So that you can really move forward with such openness, space for receiving what is awaiting you, what's meant for you in terms of your prosperity, in terms of your abundance, in terms of your reward, your inevitable reward. Okay? So, then I heard there is a lot to be dropped, left behind before you go forward. And that's kind of connected, I think, to what I was expressing. And don't let overwhelm keep you stagnant, okay? So some of you, it could be that you maybe the dream, the desire just seems so big. It seems so far off, so different from what it is that you have been doing, from what your current reality in the physical looks like, feels like. It could be so different that you find it overwhelming to even consider the next step. How would you even walk toward that? Well, I'll tell you right now, ask for help. I heard you won't miss, and I heard ask for help. You have, and I'm certain of it, if not so much here in the physical, connections, community, relationships that really support you being in your fullest expression, in the essence of who you really are, star quality. If not so much in the physical, honey, I guarantee you have it in the spiritual. You're a Taurus. You're always going to be, especially as long as you keep up with them, protected and divinely directed by your spirit team, your spirit guides, your ancestors, known and unknown. Always. And you take your pick of who you want to call on and admit that you don't know. You don't know how to go forward. You don't know what the next step is. Ask for them to show you in your dreams. And I guarantee you they will. And I guarantee you they will. They're waiting for you to ask them. Then I heard the phrase, stubborn bull. And Taurus's symbol is the bull, okay? And maybe you've heard this before, that people call or claim that, Tauruses can be quite stubborn, can be quite stagnant or quite slow in making any changes. And Taurus is the ruler of the second house in the natal chart. Venus rules Taurus, so Venus rules the second house in the natal chart. And Taurus in the second house is all connected to actually the root chakra. It's connected to safety, really. The level, the capacity that we of feeling safe that we have in terms of our earthly experience. How safe do we feel to be who we are and receive here in this material? That you will find in the second house, that you will find how to become feel safe, you will find in your second house. But when you are a Taurus sun or Taurus rising, you're feeling safe, people say Taurus is like to be like comfort, sleep, rest, naps, food, like just comforting things. But it's really about safety. It's about pleasure. And understanding that as a Taurus sun, as a Taurus rising, that your pleasure, so that means your emotional fulfillment, is the most important thing in order for you to feel safe, to be this star that you are. And you have to understand that it is you who creates that safety. And the way that you do that is by, like I said, going back to the origins of what created this unsafety. Okay? Who influenced it? What events, experiences influenced it? What is the origin of that unsafety? You've got to identify that so that you can feel and become safe, be safe according to you. Nothing outside of you. And that's where you'll truly find this comfort, and that's where you'll feel secure and not become stagnant, not be stagnant anymore, any longer, and you'll move forward. And you'll move forward consistently because you know that your safety is within you. Not what something or someone outside of you labels you. So after I heard this phrase, stubborn bull, I'm going to sip my tea. I heard bull taking direct aim at target, which to me is like on the total other end of this spectrum of Taurus. It's stubborn and stagnant, or it's taking direct aim at that red flag. Okay. Full force of the horns. And I believe that you won't miss. When you have clarity all around of your essence, of your vision, which is connected to the essence of who you are. You could even say of your purpose, which is connected to the essence of who you are. And when I say that, I'm referring to you could say your inner child. I'm referring to those desires of yours that haven't left you. They've most likely have been there since you were a child. They haven't left, have they? And when you have clarity of this, when you allow yourself to have clarity of this, to explore, acknowledge, embrace, perhaps by writing it down, and again asking to see the next steps, the direction for this, to move toward this in your dreams. When you have clarity of this, you won't miss. And here's the thing, you're a Taurus and you have to take it at your own pace anyway. But you have to understand that stagnancy is not a pace. It's stagnant, it's not moving. And it's time to move. Some of you might quite literally have to move, like into a new home. Because you're a Taurus, you need beauty, you need comfort, especially in your home. That's one of the most sacred spaces for you, where you as a Taurus recharge, where you become the most inspired and creative and pleasured is in your home. And if you don't know where to move, if you don't know where your next home is, you know what to do, you better ask to be shown it. So Taurus, this is a grand opportunity, a grand opportunity for the next 6 months. And your theme, with that being said, is revamp. I heard revamp, glow up, and do-over. This is a new start. This is like a starting over. Okay, for your life. New timeline, highest timeline. So, wow, we're 28 basically minutes in. And I was just talking, didn't get the cards out yet. Well, that's okay. So we'll move into some tarot for you. I'm actually going to start with one goddess card because I was feeling, they're sitting outside, the kitties, called. I split the deck and look at the card that's there. Literally your card, the Empress Cydney, Venus energy. But I was feeling very, very called to get you one goddess tarot card to describe just overall your opportunity for the next 6 months, for the rest of 2025. For Taurus, it's the opportunity. Wow, quite unexpected actually. But it makes a lot of sense. We have Mary Magdalene, which is the Tower in the major arcana here. Mars energy. The Tower is you know, Uranus energy, and so it is connected to bringing about unexpected and like sudden changes and shifts that are actually serving you for your highest good. It's benefiting all. So it may be that you really do, the card underneath was the Fool. So it may be that you really do have to take a leap of faith. Okay, and it may kind of, I'm hearing you may be swept off of your feet. Okay, it may be something that happens quite suddenly that makes this, like, brings this into action, that forces you into action. And you have to remember that when and if this is the way that it occurs, this new beginning, this starting over for you, Taurus, that it is for the benefit of your highest good, okay? That it's really actually going to serve you really well if you don't resist it. And this could be the energy, the overall here that's coming up, because I think a lot of you have arrived at that place of what I channeled here, which is that it's time to loosen your grip, and the universe may have to force that now because you have had perhaps other times opportunities to do this, but you haven't yet. And so now it's like happening on its own, kind of forcing you, it's involuntary, forcing you to have this new start, okay? That may be the case over the next 6 months. I'm hearing October. This could be in October that this happens. This unexpected but very necessary shift, starting over. So Taurus, for the next 6 months, Queen of Cups. It's time to honor your emotional fulfillment, honey. It's time for that to be leading your life. And look at what is at the bottom. We have the King and Queen of Cups here. Some of you, this could be a romantic partnership that you are desiring, that you believe that you have been ready for, but maybe something has been missing in terms of your action toward it, showing the universe that you're actually receptive of this. Okay? For others of you, or all of you, this could be also, I'm hearing that your feminine, inner feminine and inner masculinity are becoming in union. You're balancing your inner feminine, your emotions, the cycle of the fullness of your emotions with your masculine energy that is maybe concerned or not concerned, considering more the practical. Maybe you have been considering more the practical things in your life in terms of stability, and not so much what your heart really wants. It hasn't been so emotionally fulfilling. And that's shifting over these next 6 months. Okay. Now we have the Ten of Wands and the Emperor that came out together. So, yeah, I think this could really be that you've been more in this masculine energy, actually. I think you've been strategizing. I think you've been focused. I think you've been, you know, planting some seeds, but it's been more practical. Because I know you, Taurus, you like your material comfort. I know. I do too. I have lots of Taurus in my second house. I know. So you like your comfort in the material. You like your material stability. And the thing though is that this has kind of been or become a burden with the Ten of Wands here. It's kind of become a burden. You've been carrying so much. I'm even hearing like false sense of security. It's really interesting. False sense of security. Because you're not emotionally secured. Which means that you're actually not really secure in your material reality experience or environments that you have been committed to being in. You're not really. It could change at any moment. Actually, because you're kind of getting fed up, aren't you? Of this load. Okay. That's what I'm getting here. So this is coming to an end because it's the Ten of Wands, and that's the last one, is the 10. This burden, or the way that your material stability has been a burden, the way that it manifests, okay, the way that you've been taking action on that has been a burden.